Good evening and welcome, viewers, to Matchfit Entertainment's official coverage of the first round in Asrnz's 2026 GT3 World Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right, it's a biggie, it's a World Challenge. Like I said, round one for Asrnz's GT3 stuff here this year. It's Thursday night, so we're back, baby, and Asrnz is back. I'm Davo. J-Man, right by my side. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, Davo. Cheers for the intro. Welcome, everybody, to once again another Thursday night back in the action here, as Davo mentioned. Looking forward to this one. Obviously, we did manage to broadcast the shakedown the week before. It was pretty action-packed, and this will be none other than something I'm pretty sure of a spectacle. Great scenes here. 18 cars are about to take the track for qualifying.
Yes.
Here at Spa, so
Yes.
all 7 kilometers of racetrack. Sorry, just seeing some data popping up. So already just the J-Man and obviously Davo just getting their ducks in a row for this one.
Yeah.
Plenty going on. So good to see plenty of support out there. Some old names back as well. Great to see Danny Kim back. Great to see Jake McCullough, former season championship winner here as well.
Yep.
So and a stacked field: Steve Rees, Wally Baker, obviously Liam Curran with a ton of pace on at the moment. Jordan Moss raced incredibly well on the shakedown. So a lot of competition out there. It's obviously only round one. If it's something you think you might be interested in, get amongst it. Hit the people up over there at Asrnz and get yourself logged into Race Command. And amongst the series that obviously proudly promoted by Matchfit Entertainment, I do believe EBS, so Essential Building Services, jumped on board as well. Maybe. Oh no, that's sorry, that's the night before.
Yeah.
I did see the graphic. I'm trying to help my mate out here, but no, Mudgy not in this one. Anyhow, out there, and this qualifying. So format for tonight, people, is obviously a 6-minute qualifying, as I just refreshed the data, and man, that's fantastic because they all fly out straight away. Pit exit obviously launches them straight, pretty much into the Kimmel Straight.
It does.
And we just bring up some data here, but yeah, 6-minute qualifying. So such a big lap here, Dave. Only likely to get. What,
I think it's still a single lap too, mind you, Jay.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
it is actually.
So that's why I think it's only
one and done.
Yeah, that's why it's only 6 minutes there. So like, literally, they have just enough time, don't they, to get
it done?
Yeah, to get it done. So yeah, obviously a warm-up lap, get a bit of heat into the temp into the tyres, and one good solid crack at it, J-Man.
Yep, backed up with a short break to, I guess, reload the tyres and fuel. Unlimited tyres here, this series. However, a little bit different around the format, and we'll just let you know what that looks like. So obviously this 6-minute 1-lap dash system for the qualifying, and then that will set the grid for the sprint race, race 1, which will be a 20-minute sprint race, still with a compulsory pit stop, and also that will set the grid for race 2, which is a feature, all 50 minutes of it. And we did see tyres did become an issue for guys that opted not to take the tyres. The requirement at the pit stop is for a minimum dump of 25 seconds of fuel. Optional, obviously, in that feature race as to whether or not you want to take a tyre. I reckon we might see a few more tyres being taken here tonight, going for that extra 5 seconds, hovering around somewhere around about that 30 to 32 seconds. We saw the best stationary fuel dump times last week were 27 seconds, so we'd expect something similar for the fueling. However, big lap, big in-lap here for Spa, with the pit lane being one of the longest we'll see on the calendar, Davo.
Definitely, J-Man. Yes, definitely. And Spa. We love Spa. Always provides some action. Good turnout too, J-Man. 19 cars in the server.
Okay, 19, and so that's great news. So getting close to those, to that magical mark of 20 plus, and yeah, shout out to these guys for getting this thing happening. And you know, there's always plenty going on the calendars, so always a good job to see multiple platforms getting good drivers out there. But out there at the moment, Davo, who have you got your eyes on?
Oh, well, Danny Kim, a J-man who was shining, wasn't doing too bad in qualifying. Obviously, you already mentioned a few names, and we did see some very quick times in pre-race practice. So, yes, it will be interesting. Who was the top guy? I think it was Liam, wasn't it?
Yeah, Liam Curran. Had great battles with Jordan Moss all night. So look for Liam Curran, and he was the top, I guess, in the practice session there. Had about 17th over initially. I think it was Shane Fodderdo, but don't quote me. I think we may have seen. Just trying to think who else jumped in that list. Steve Rees, actually. Watch for Steve Rees. Formerly known as, I think, maybe the number 4 guy. But
with
look,
the number 6
it's
on
a
his
new,
car.
yeah, it's a new season. So
Yeah.
was he the number 6 guy? I feel like he was the number 4 guy rocking the 6th number. So if my memory serves me correctly, Davo, there was a little bit of light-hearted banter about that. So anywho, Liam Curran up there on a 16.9. Anything in a 16 bracket around Spa is pretty special by my standards. Fodderdo goes in there on a 17.7, 19.0 for Wally Baker. That he wouldn't be that happy with that. I saw him break into the 17s in practice. Aaron Enright, 19.0 as well. 19.5 for Danny Kim. Could be a few cut laps out there. So just remember that, viewers, if your favourite driver or somebody you support ends up tumbling down the totem in this one lap dash system, it could be by way of they've got a track cut and they've just aborted the lap. And look, if there's multiple of them, the game will sort that out. However, no such issues for Liam Curran and Shane Fodderdo, who provisionally share the front row. Where is Mr. Steve Rees out on track at the moment? It looks like he is trying to pick up where he is. Okay, so at the moment he's just coming down the big fast back straight turn 17, Blanchimont.
Up the hill, J-Man, absolutely. As we just see Jordan Moss sneaking across and putting the car in, this 777 car in third. Oh, and then quickly picked by Jake McKellar, actually, J-Man. So that's just pushing Shieldsy and Wally Baker a little bit further down the field. Like you said, Baker won't be happy with that time. There's Reese's time, J-Man with a 17.1. So very handy, very Lee Perkins. Looks like he's just rolling across.
Yeah, late to the track.
He's only just going to make that, actually, just looking at where he is on track there. So
yeah, I would say so. He is now on the Kemmel Straight, heading up towards Lacoon. 7, 8, 9.
Steve Melling, J-Man just popping the McLaren
in the top 10.
In the top 10, so nicely done, and that time has run out.
So there you go. So Lee Perkins just a little too unfashionably late to the party, and and that is not going to work. So
it's not, J-Man. So what have we got there? Curran and Rees on the front row there, I see.
Yep. So Curran, Rees share the front row over Fodderdo, McKellar. Obviously Moss dropped down there to 5th with McKellar dropping in there. And must have been Fodderdo, was it? Banked a good lap in there late as well, because I thought I heard you call Moss up a lot higher. So Moss and Shields for row 3, Baker, Enright, row 4, Kim and Melling. That rounds out the 10 for row 5. Obviously Wilton, Grimmer. Row 6, Turner, Ashdial, and 13th and 14th, Damien Jones, Lee Perkins, obviously with that unclassified lap there, 15th and 16th, Darren Green, and Zach Jensen in 18th, and then Kenny Simpson rounds out the 19th. Now, Kenny was lapping all right in that one, so I just wonder whether something went a little bit array there. If I can just flick back through my data.
Potentially. I think only one of two Mustangs in the field. I think it's Enright in the Texaco car and Simpson in the CQ Steels entry. J-Man, a very, very long formation to come, ladies and gentlemen. So, and then come back and get comfortable. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, viewers, as the field rolls away.
Yeah, so it is a long lap. Gives us a great opportunity to look. Obviously, thank I think ourselves, Matchfit Entertainment, for jumping on board once again with Asrnz in their Thursday night GT3 World Series. So it's cool. Obviously, been a good week, Davo. Obviously, had Monday night off this week. Usually, we're broadcasting LMU on a Monday night for round night racing. Obviously, Tuesday night sees us in the main game with Supercars NZ, and definitely an entertaining night. Watch the space. Maybe there could be a Wednesday on the horizon, Davo, but we're certainly back here Thursday. And look, Matchfit can't do any of this without our good friends and partners of GAMAFLARE as well, right alongside us, helping us with all the tools and all the equipment that we need to do what we do. So we really appreciate the support that we have from those guys, and enables us to do this. But hey, tonight is all about Asrnz, and if the shakedown was anything to go by, Davo, there's a hell of a show coming.
There is 100%, J-Man. And a good field of cars, a good mix of cars. I see a couple of Lexi in there, like I mentioned.
We love a Tokyo taxi, don't we, Davo?
Oh, we do. Yeah, a couple of Fords there with McKellar and Simpson. A few Porsches, a couple of Ferraris.
A few Porsches.
What's
a lone Lamborghini, is there?
Yeah, lone Ferrari.
Danny Kim,
yeah, and the AMG actually on the front row there at the top of the list there is Liam Curran, one of the Mercs, or the Merc, the only Merc, and clearly a bloody quick one as well. So nice work to Liam. But look, that's going to be a good little battle up the top there, J-Man, with say the first 4 rows. There's a bit of talent in there.
Yeah. Now, look, this one's going to be tough on the tyre, not so much in the sprint race. I think these guys will just absolutely drop the hammer, and it'll be what it'll be. Maybe a little bit of settling out in the pit lane exchange. However, I am really fascinated already, even though we've got to get through this 20, about the feature, because we talked to Liam Curran last week. We talked to Mossy and co, and look, Curran was in a little bit of trouble, he said, with the tyre at the back end of that. So maybe a bit of a shift up in strategy here tonight, because this place very, very fast and quite unforgiving in certain spots, i.e. a Rouge Rattle-On.
Yes.
I think, if the tyre's not playing the game, it could end up pretty bad in that part of the racetrack. So it's going to be interesting to see. But this one here, this will set the grid for the feature. So albeit there's points in this one, they are racing for that coveted position in the feature race. And just looking through the field, I think look for this one as well. Also look for Lee Perkins not having a great qualify, starting for P16. Look to see what he can do in the opening 2 to 3 laps, because I think that car, that 858 Nissan GTR, the Dado, is going to be on the move as we do start coming around the penultimate corner, because
I don't think that they go green until actually down around the corner here. And so it's corners off. It's a rookie mistake, isn't it? Start calling it in just here somewhere, because
Speaking of Uncle Joe Rohani, great qualifying up there in P12 out of 19 tonight. So good,
not bad at all.
For Uncle Joe.
As the boys start to form up, J-Man, that awkward little hairpin they've got to navigate here in formation, mind you, before they roll down to the line. This is round 1 at Spa for Asrnz's 2026 World Challenge GT3 Series. J-Man, this is going to be a cracker. 20 minutes. Hold on to your seats. And then green. And it is tight at the top with the Mercedes just slid into the front of his car there on the way through.
Yeah, and importantly, everybody through Rouge cleanly, lap 1.
But here we go. Look, it's on.
Three. The three trying to go into turn 7.
Oh man, already. Oh no, we've got cars around. Okay.
I know. Who was it?
Oh, the boys only just picked up the back end of that. It's one of the Lexi.
SDL.
Yeah, that's Zach.
SDL. Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Jensen and Zach Jensen wrapped up in that one there. And so not a good. Well, and the boys up the front were at it too, with Shane and Steve putting pressure on Liam into the first break-in area there. It looks like Shane might have had a bit of a slip up there, though, since we had cameras back on them. Because the boys are just gapped in there a little bit, and he's just got Jake McKellar on his tail now, so he'll have... he's got a little bit of a rudder, so don't get gappy. Quite a healthy amount there. So he'll just want to get refocused.
Yeah, 3/4 way through the lap. Lee Perkins, for one reason or another, as I mentioned, he's up 4 spots already, so up to P12.
So good clean start, except for that little bit of... Oh, who's that in straight away? Rees.
Steve Rees. Now, I had this conversation with one of the drivers on a personal phone call during the week, and I said to said person, I feel like if you're in traffic, the pit lane option on the sprint race at the end of lap 1 is a great option, based on the fact that you are pretty much on a long circuit going to end up with a whole lot of fresh air.
Yep.
Until until the rest of them stop, and you could, if you've got car pace like what Steve Rees does, this is a big undercut option here that he's playing to. So, and I can tell you now, it wasn't Steve Rees I was talking to.
No.
That was not the said person. But anyhow, I think great strategy option here. And look, these guys know what this is all about and know how to do it. So there you go. And it does give some breathing space to A, Liam Curran, and B, Shane Frodo with a nice big air gap in front of him now.
It does. And he can just, like I said, he just needs to refocus. Obviously, he had a little bit of a slip up there some time in lap 1 and lost a bit of distance to the boys up the front. But short race, so no time to just get settled in, is there? These guys have really got to get on it and get on it quickly. Neb Shields attacking the back of Moss's. McLaren there, J-Man for a little bit, but the McLaren handy down the hill and just gapping him there a little bit there. So very nice, very nice. McKellar leaves it. Frodo and Liam Curran in first.
I think Stewie might be calling a team 777 meeting. He's not happy about how the drivers are engaged in the race car. It's all entertainment, Stewie, I can assure you. Anyhow, 4 out of 19 opted to take their early pit stop in the sprint race, so just watch that space. I think you could potentially say that 2 or 3 of them were by way of just heavy damage and wanted to get that one out of the way and see what they could make for the final 16 odd minutes left in this race. So see what that looks like out there at the moment, though. Curran, no secret, 2:17.3, fastest lap of the race there over Shane Fododo's 17.7. So Shane Fododo very much lapping in the realm of what his qualifying pace was as well. So very consistent race car, the Lamborghini there. And McKellar, good to see Jake McKellar, an old name that we called a lot in the past, back out there in the Lexus, out there chasing. Shane Fododo just grabs a whole lot of track through Radillon Rouge there. So, yeah, capitalising on the real estate.
Yeah, look, and looking pretty speedy actually there, J-Man too. So pretty much picking up where we left off. He's just back in it and back on it, so to speak. So yeah, nice work from Jake. And the Lexus always cracking a watch.
Good pit stop there for Lee Perkins, 27 seconds versus Steve Reason's 30. So he made 3 seconds on the leader there. So that will bode well for Lee Perkins, who was obviously pressing on really, really hard in that opening stint. We talked about him making up some good positions. So look for that to pay dividends a little bit later in the piece. Just picked up on another stat as well, and it was Nev Shields in the Aston Martin, fastest car out there in a straight line, 278k an hour. So that thing, 770 car of Nev Shields, got a big engine in there as well. He's got that thing nice and slippery.
Oh yeah, and I think he's just taking advantage of the big wing on the back of the McLaren too, with the 777 car in front of him. Probably getting plenty of draft here and there around the circuit. But yeah, Nev Shields, no slouch, J-Man, hanging in 5th position as we speak. In the unmistakable Nielsen Marine car. And we love the Asrnz. Love a lot of cars. Give me a American Aston. Any day. Very kind stuff. Nice skins for the boys too. Very nice paint jobs on most of these cars as well. Wally Baker's a sneaky piece there too, yeah, definitely. Wally in there, get that done now. The times have just been dropped again. Liam Curran comes through there. Third lap there for a 16.8. Fododo dropped his time as well, back down as well, 17.4. So very impressive. McKellar 18.1. So these guys just got a little bit on the Lexus at the moment. And then obviously Moss, Shields, Enright, all in the 18s, mid to high. And then Danny Kim, 19.3. We drop into the 19 bracket after that. But good strong run at the moment there from Curran and Fododo, really dumping the times. I'm interested actually just to see what the next flying lap time is for the likes of Steve Rees, as we see, I think, was that Liam Curran? No, it wasn't Liam Curran. I just picked up some data in the background on who that was. Yeah, Curran. Looking very quick. Damn, he's got that thing hooked up. Using every part of the track to get it done, but looking really quick in the Merc there.
Oh, sorry mate, Steve Rees. I was about to call what was going to be hopefully a competitive time for the top two, but he had a half spin out of the final corner and actually came across for an 18.6. So that's halted his progress on what was a good pit stop nice and early. So effectively, you know, the leaders are lapping 16.8, 17.4. He just come through for an 18.6. So it negates the undercut, so to speak, Davo, when those sort of things happen, you know, and you've got all that pressure yourself. You've got to capitalise on it. Steve will know it. He'll be filthy with himself about it, but still got just over 11 minutes to press on and try and make something from this. As we see more and more guys, we have got, what have we got? 7 guys through the lane already. With the best of them being, as I mentioned, Lee Perkins with a 27 stationary. So obviously 25-second minimum fuel dump here in the compulsory pit stop.
Yeah.
And that's the magical number they're looking for.
Absolutely. With Curran and Fododo just sneaking into the lane there as we speak. As well, J-Man.
Okay, in right to the lane as well. That would be Zach Jensen.
Yes.
Okay, something happened to Aaron. What did happen to Aaron? He is down 5 spots.
Pit lane.
No, prior to that, mate. Yes, Stuart Hughes just picked up on something. So, huge flurry right now onto pit lane.
Yep.
So, obviously, we're at that halfway point. Yeah, 249 lap. That's it's gone bad there somewhere. So obviously with those leaders coming in, Jake McKellar now at the halfway point leads this one. Good last lap around 2, 18.0 to be his session best as well. Look at the numbers. Oh, there's quite a few in there. Still got a few that aren't stationary on the jacks yet, but Curran is about halfway through his stop, as is Shane Fodderdo. So we've seen the difference of 3 seconds between Rees and Lee Perkins. What does it look like? Does look like 27 for Curran and a 26 for Shane. That is the best lap we've seen so far, and I'm calculating those numbers off of what we saw in the shakedown as well, Davo. So that is impressive stuff. 27 and a 26-second stop for Shane Fodderdo.
Fodderdo out. I think that is... He's just tucked on the side. He's actually backed out of that too. Oh yeah, that's one of the Lexus. I think that's Ash Dillon. Now just
DL, yep.
Yeah, DL just letting him sneak on past there. J-Man, traditional TRD, painted Lexi there, looking stunning as always. So just sneaking past that. And not that far behind, so obviously Ash is going to have to just keep an eye on his mirrors there.
So
who else do we could just get in the pits there? Is that Kim Green, Grimar, and Kenny Simpson
Melling
as well? And Melling. There you go.
Yep. The overcut for Shane Fodderdo worked incredibly well with that 26-second stop versus a 30-second stop. So there's a 4 seconds difference in the pit stops between Steve Rees and Shane Fodderdo, and you can see that now out on track. Shane Fodderdo obviously got track position over Steve at the moment. Obviously Steve having that little bit of an incident a lap after stopping as well. So
yeah, so like you called, J-Man, it's, you know, when you're trying to play the strategy, those little mistakes are costly, and you know, it clearly shows their track's position is exactly what they're trying to chase with these sort of strategies, and he lost it right there. Steve Rees now on the chase behind Fodderdo.
Welcome to the stream, John Boy. Also Maverick, aka Phil Lantoon. See you boys tuning in, supporting your mates out there.
Yeah, welcome viewers, as always. Love having you guys tuning in on a Thursday night. Some ACC action here with Asrnz in their 2026 World Challenge GT3 Series. Round 1 at Spa here. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Just hit the like button anyway, just spam it. And hit the subscribe button and your notifications if you're new to the channel. As the pit stops start to equalise, J-Man.
They do.
Still a few to come in. Moss, Shields and Turner, the top 3 cars. And we've just got eyes on Shieldsy here now as he does duck in with 6 minutes to go. He sort of didn't have much choice, did he?
No, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of battle Shieldsy comes back out in. G'day, Maddie, good to see you tuning in. Broads 18.
So,
From
Phil Turner,
welcome aboard.
Turner, one of those top 3, just sneaking in. I note that Mossy stayed out, actually, in the 777 McLaren.
Yep.
So,
yep, he'll still get in with time,
yep.
And then obviously have one more to go once he comes out. So looking for the big overcut run there on whoever he is battling. So if we have a look at his data, he is around about, I want to say that he's probably in the fight with McKellar and Perkins.
So Perkins started at the back of the field, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He's made some really, really good inroads in this one. Obviously opted for that early stop.
You called it though. You did call it. Just watch that space.
Yeah, so he's up a legitimate 8 spots at the moment, and expect that, I think, to increase. I think he's definitely going to grab Turner, so it could be 9, and then it'll be interesting to see how that falls out there. I mentioned Mossy and Shields probably going to fall into the realms of McKellar, Perkins, Rees. So we'll see what that looks like. See, Mossy's still got that stop to make.
So Cameron's back on the 777 car now. Go man. He tips in that bottom right-hander and up the hill.
So Shields released from pit lane. McKellar coming up through Rouge now. On a very sideways Ash Dial as well. So
yeah, you think he was just a little bit distracted by Shields coming out of the pit lane there. Let's see if we can actually pick up on that.
Rees now really hounding the back. Once you come out of replay, that'll be a valid live view as well on the back of Shane Potterdo. Lost to the lane.
Yeah, so it actually did look like Ash saw Shieldsy coming out of the pit lane and just sort of, I think he just adjusted his line on. I'm not sure what he was going for there, but adjusted his line and with all kinds of sideways there, J-Man. Yes, and that long, slow trundle down pit lane for the 777 car. Man, Curran just at the bottom of the hill. Bonato, like you said, getting literally hounded by Rees at the moment.
Lots of soaring on the wheel there for Steve Rees as they came out. I think that was Campus heading down to Stavelot, was it? Or out of Stavelot, actually.
Yeah. And so Rees actually got, last lap, Rees actually got out of that corner really tidy and was tucked well up underneath the wing of the Lamborghini. So clearly a bit of a meal of it. And like you saw there, J-Man just sawing at that wheel to try and keep that course pointed in the right direction. That battle will go on. We are running out of time. These guys are going to get another lap, maybe 2. Yeah.
A couple in it. Yep. So here come the boys. Mossy, 27, second stationary. So he's matched Liam Curran's pit stationary time. Shane Fotterday, obviously, we mentioned he was a second better off. We'll see the boys coming down. Mossy now on the gas, but these guys are coming in hot, so they will round them up here.
They're coming in well.
I think he's going to comfortably clear McKellar here, and he does. He's already up onto the Kimmel Straight as McKellar exits Rouge. Rattle on. So that sets the tone. I think it's still unsettled between Steve Rees and Shane Fotterday, though. This one is going to go on for the next couple of laps. Perkins, a little bit of a gap now. He's got a lap car in between himself and Jake McKellar, so maybe that's it. 9 spots gained in a sprint race. Not a bad effort.
Yeah, nothing to sneeze at, J-Man. He'd surely be happy. He'd be dirty that he was late to qualifying, given that pace. But look, be more than happy with his race pace there. And he really did need that going into race 2, the feature race, J-Man.
Yeah, trio McLaren's up there for 8th, 9th and 10th. That's Melling, Baker and Wilton. Wilton a little bit further off, but a good battle forming between Wally Baker and Steve Melling. So Baker obviously qualified a little better than Melling, but has dropped down a couple for one or another reasons. I have a look at his pit stops. They're all pretty level on their pit stops. Actually, Baker a second slower in his stop, 28 stationary. Saw him go a 1:43 versus Steve-O's 27, 1:41. So that might have been the difference there. the net result is Steve-O's got track position as Wally Baker gets it all sorts of wrong as they came out of turn 15, and he found the gravel trap down there, and that is going to hold the progress. So what does that mean for Steve Wilton? What's the margin?
Right, man. Neither is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a healthy margin there, so I don't think he's any threat. As long as he doesn't do that again, J-Man. And the car just, we picked it up on the replay there, it just looked like, it didn't even look like he pinched the brakes or anything. The car just did not turn, so he's clearly offline and out in the marbles there, J-Man. Doing himself,
ran out of real estate, mate.
Yeah, doing himself no favours as we roll, these boys roll across and down the hill to a Rouge here for the final time in race 1. Shane Fodderdo, Reese in tow.
Yeah, he's responded 2-minute 18.0 versus Reese's 2:18.3, and that was with the track cut as well. So these days we don't often talk too much about track cuts, and we probably should, because we saw around 3 drive-through penalties in the shakedown due to track infringements. Obviously there is a count. The game allows you X amount before you have to go and pay the toll man. So
and just saying that, car 43 to get a bloody drive there. Who would have thunk it?
Exactly.
So that was clearly through a ruse there. So there you go. Stewards didn't take only to, well, it's just, you know, maybe 1 or 2 times, but you know, too much.
Look, that one will hurt on the final lap because he effectively doesn't get time to serve that one. So no. I suspect the game will add X amount on top of that. So Farmer could be starting this one definitely
out of the 10.
Close to the back. So obviously this sets the grid for the feature. It's looking good right now for Liam Curran. He's had it pretty much his own way since the start of this one.
He has.
And, with Steve Rees opting to stop really, really early, and Curran just made bank of this one as he comes down.
And J-Man, look, Rees, if it had been executed properly, it was probably a smart move to get out of that fight straight away at the end of that opening lap. But we did pick up on a couple of little mistakes there, and that clearly hurt him there as Liam Curran rolls across J-Man to take race win here at Asrnz for the 2026 World Challenge GT3 Series. Shane Fodderdo in second, Steve Rees, as you can see them rolling across the line there. Steve Rees in third, Jordan Moss, Jake McKellar, Lee Perkins. We were just calling 9 positions for Lee Perkins with Wally.
Look,
wow,
great drive from Steve Melling. He was really, really quite close to Lee Perkins at the back end there, so well done. And Baker still maintains that 9th position, and Steve Wilton, he'd like to say he went top 10, but I suspect the game's going to tell him otherwise with an 80-second penalty.
80 seconds. My.
Over
wow.
Darren Green, Zach Jensen, Aaron Enright, Kenny Simpson, Phil Turner, Joe Grimmer, Damien Jones, and Ash Knight. That rounds out the 19-car field. And a little bit of rinse and repeat, Davo, but just add another 30 minutes to the next one.
Absolutely. Enright's a mess there at the end, so that car's clearly been in the wars throughout the race. There you go. Now we're going to G up for the main game.
Give it all you can.
So hang in there, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to a very short intermission. Grab yourself another bevy and plonk yourself down in the seat. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we will be back in a moment. If I can find the intermission button. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for a very brief intermission. You have joined us here at Matchfit Entertainment for the official coverage of Asrnz's 2026 World Challenge GT3 Series. It is round one. We're at Spa. I'm Davo. As always, J-Man right by my side. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, mate. Refreshed, replenished, ready to go again.
Yes, so first of 12 rounds. There's the calendar there, J-Man. So yeah, good mix of tracks here over the series. A little bit of a theme going on there, a little bit of European and a little bit of US and the like. So yes, good little mix of tracks there throughout the series. 12 rounds. A series that you can really get your teeth into. So yeah, cool stuff to come. Boys are just getting plonked on the grid. Now, see if we can get a little bit of vision. There you go. So, again, J-Man, breakdown for the feature.
Yeah, look, obviously finishing positions are set from race one, so we see a very, very speedy Liam Curran off the start of this one, and it's going to be hard to catch. A little bit of a change around this time round. Obviously, Assetto grabbing that second spot from Steve Rees. That is going to be a hell of a fight, and we know the Porsche gets way off the line really, really well. So look for that one there. So I think those three definitely going to battle hard. Mossy has got his own battles going on with Jake McKellar and Nev Shields, and I think welcome back to racing. I think for both those guys, I mean, we haven't seen probably enough of Mossy in the recent past. You know, very busy guy, but man, when he applies himself, he is in the mix. So good to see a couple of 777 cars close by there, obviously, in Moss and then Nev Shields. So Steve Melling, I mentioned that he was catching Lee Perkins, I thought, at the back end, or what looked to be catching. So that's another good battle for me. But the big one for me out of this one will be around the numbers at pit stop time as to whether or not Liam Curran decides that it's worthy of a pit stop, and the guys around him. Does the likes of Jordan Moss, who I thought had particularly good tyre wear in Valencia, I think it was Valencia?
Yes.
At the back end of that, started really hunting that Mercedes down at the back end. Does he back himself and just go for the fuel stop only in this one? 50 minutes is what they have been asked to do. One would have thought the tyre would be well up to it, but the pace these guys are expecting and are running in this race, I think every 10th will count. We've just seen the difference, I think, there from Assetto and Steve Rees at pit stop time, around about a 4-second difference there. So you got to get the little things right. We often hear John McDonnell always used to reference the 1% stuff. You got to get that stuff right, and couldn't agree more.
Sorry to interrupt. Have we lost Steve Rees off the radar here, J-Man? I can't see we find that car on the grid, so he may have been having some technical issues.
Oh, that is a real shame. Hopefully he can get back in.
No such bad luck for Liam Curran and Shane Assetto as Jordan Moss. Yes, it's showing. It's actually you can see it obviously on the totem there, viewers. The totem updating with Moss sneaking up into third position there, taking Steve's position, and then McKellar, Shields, Perkins did a stellar job in the 20-minute heat race. Melling also stellar job. Baker with a few slip-ups towards the end of the race. Kim, and then after Wally Baker, I think was Steve Wilton, but with a pending drive. What was it, 80-second stop go or whatever it was, 80-second penalty because he didn't do the drive-through. And like you called, J-Man, well down the field back in 16th. But Danny Kim and Darren Green running out the top 10, and Darren Green 2 driving the Rothmans painted Porsche. And look, if you do not like a Rothmans painted Porsche, then you should probably seek professional help.
Yeah, it's a big check yourself moment right there, and it's Avo by our standards. Yeah.
Yes. So lovely looking car. So yes, Enright and Simo there, the two Mustangs. Those two boys will be looking to make some gain. Both of them dropped down through the field a little bit. I don't think Kenny qualified particularly well. We know he's quick in the car, but Enright with a tough race, J-Man, as they start to get into formation now. We are still probably a kilometre from the start-finish line, mind you. They do start to, it does prompt them to start forming up quite early.
Yeah, good to see Steve Rees back in the server. So going to have a pit lane start. So watch that space. The number 6.
Oh yes.
Porsche of Steve Rees will look for something special here and see how far he can get back. He knows it's a 12-round series, so Guy gets a lot of respect from me by just trying to get back in and press
jumping back in. I totally agree, J-Man. Look, what's your call? Where do you reckon Rees will get to? 5th? 4th?
I'm
6th?
going to say
it's got to be somewhere. It'll be in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, it maybe 10. I'm going to say maybe 10.
Okay, watch that space. I'm thinking more, 6th or 7th. So, but watch that space. There is a lot of talent in this top 10 here, so he won't be his work cut out for him. But it's Spa. Just Spa thing. Stuff happens.
We should get a poll going on the chat. Everyone, where do you think Steve Rees will make it back through? What's the number?
Okay, hit us up in the chat box there as the boys will roll down to the start-finish line. The start line, should I say, here in the feature race. Round 1 at Spa here for Asrnz 2026 World Challenge GT3 Series. J-Man, tidy start. No arguing from Shane Bottado. Damn, the Merc gets off quickly down the hill there. Plenty of action going on in the background, side by side. Lee Perkins in the Nissan. Just right in amongst it there. That's a busy little pack just in behind him. Actually with Greeny, Simpson, Enright. Actually, Enright past Green, I think there, J-Man.
Yep, for sure.
So doing well.
Simpson threw on Greeny also.
There you go. So the Mustang moving and shaking quickly. Look, I'm sure Kenny will just want to stay tagged on the back of Enright's car there. We just saw Melling very wide. There. Well, it's actually Wally Baker. Sorry.
It's Baker.
Very similar looking cars.
Jensen Enright there, the 4 car there with Kenny Simpson just a little bit back further from that. But Baker just with a little outside line there that has allowed Kim to get really, really close there as Zach Jensen's thinking about it on Kim as well. So good battle going on there. And then I drop back a little bit further to, I think it is Turner, Walton, Dial, Damien Jones and Uncle Joe. That is a good battle going on. Plus 7.9 seconds back because Steve Rees had to wait for them to clear before he was allowed out of pit lane. So
quick replay of Aaron Enright there. Getting out of the right hander, very shaky. Attacking the corner. Perko, what a chase. Perko and Baker. Getting over.
Kim.
That's Kim pass. What a pass.
This isn't done. This is not done. This is going to go on down to turn 1 as we see Zach Jensen having a look down the inside of Danny Kim.
And then you've got Perko right there and the 2 Mustangs, J-Man. This is either going to be the most amazing piece of racing you've ever seen or it's going to end in tears. Just up in front of that, Melly. It is Melly with Lee Perkins tagged. Oh, actually, I thought the other car was Lee Perkins. It's not. It's Jensen.
Yeah, so Zach Jensen.
Perko. Yeah, Perko tucked up underneath Melly's wing there. It's just steady as you go up the top there. Curran, Bottado, Moss, McKellar, Shield,
J-Man. Sorry, mate, just picked up on that live Danny Kim just came up to the coons there, turn 7, and just had it all sorts of messed up. Ended up going a little bit through the chicane, but the battle behind him with Zach Jensen and Willie Baker was pretty hot and trot.
It's on. Let's get out of the rear wing of Wally Baker's car. Look at the trainer cars here. Well, admittedly, we're only a couple of laps in, but look at them. There's got to be 7 cars there, all the way back down to Ash, I think it is. J-Man. Just jump underneath the wing of that car. Now, remembering Wally Baker and it's Lee Perkins, very good mates and have a very healthy competitive relationship. So, oh no, I keep thinking it's Wally Baker, and I think they keep thinking it's Perko. It's not. It's Jensen. Jensen tucked in behind Baker there. It does look similar from a distance. Oh, Baker again, same corner as he did at the end of the last race.
Yeah,
just
he's having trouble down there.
It looked like Jensen out of it. May really let Aaron get up underneath the wing there, and look at how close Enright is in the Mustang, the Texaco car.
Yeah, he's having a good look as they come down through Blanchamont. Heading down the chain. The GDR, big under brakes, going to have a look down the inside of Wally Baker.
Oh, that's allowed. Look.
Vulnerable here.
Yeah,
nice move.
So Baker held his ground. Jensen just sort of left out wide there. Enright sneaks on past, and there's a little bit of contact there as they go into one. If Jensen's not careful here, Baker will go in. Simpson will go in as well here.
I like what I'm seeing from the 95 GDR of Zach Jensen under brakes. He's got that thing fully hooked. When it comes down to the stoppers, and to answer a couple of questions there, we don't do restarts here at Asrnz for multiple reasons. Obviously, it's in the rule book, and then the second one is this is live TV. We would be here all night if we were restarting for every little thing. So it's unfortunate for Steve-O, but however, watch that space. We know the talent. He's already got through on Oza Joe. Don't fear about the action or getting boring if Liam Curran dominates, because what Matchfit does is we pick up on the action.
We do too. And just picking up in the background there, we were just talking about the Rothmans car. And it's him struggling there a little bit. He's actually tucked in behind Kenny Simpson. And that battle that we were just talking about, that's the tail end of that battle.
Yeah.
So Greeny just struggling a little bit, which is making him vulnerable to Wilton. Wilton looking very hungry. Wilton again, good friend and teammate, basically tucked in behind him, Damien Jones. So DJ having a red hot crack there. These guys will be loving this. Nice close racing.
100%. And Danny Kim, Lee Perkins, that battle there, that's forming, and that's Perkins, Kim, Melling. So good to see that battle starting to come to something now. Early in the piece, but obviously Danny Kim up a couple of spots by way of getting Melling and Baker now, and Enright up a couple of spots by way of Jensen, and I think also Greeny it was that it elevated him. So good to see now once again on the speed traps we do have
okay, what have we got?
Ferrari 274, and we've got Zach Jensen in the Datto 274. So those guys, in comparison to someone like Kenny Simpson in the Mustang, 268.
There you go.
So a couple of mile an hour there for those boys.
Definitely. And when we called the Assetto Nev Shields actually as the quickest car in the first race there, J-Man, I did allude to him maybe just picking up a bit of drag off the front of the back of the 777 car. And now you're calling out, who'd you say it was? Danny Kim in the Ferrari with the... Mate, he's been tailing Lee Perkins, and Lee Perkins is on a mission. Again, I think it's probably just picking up a little bit of draft off the back of Perko's. The barge, the block of flats that the Datsun is. It's a massive car. Look at the roof height. You can't see another car over the top of that thing. It's just so big and upright. Even the Mustang looks low roofed compared to this car.
Oh, that's Jensen through, mate, just in the recent pass on Aaron Enright. Good little pass going on there, I believe.
So we just pick it up on the replay out of Rouge. It looked like Enright with a bit of a snaggy exit, and the skyline. with the punch up the hill. Yes, dude, makes it live out there. Just pick it up on the replay here and into the left-hander. Wow, look, 101 pass. Nice work with Jensen, J-Man. Zach's on fire here tonight in that thing. Hella job.
Yeah, look, he looked really, really good at Valencia. Obviously, had a couple of unfortunates there. I think he ended up getting tied up with Steve Wilton on pit exit. But yeah, look, I think, Stu, what happened is the 850 wagon exited the touring car series, and somebody had to produce another flying brick, and this one stepped up.
We need it. The people slow.
How they make that work.
Yeah. Even the Lexus, you know, it's probably the most car-like car out there, and we just pick up on our style, J-Man, who has Steve Reed. That's Reed's going for the pass in this model car. Ash only giving him just enough space. Reed's not been able to squeeze the B-dub through there.
Yeah, beautiful bit of driving from Steve there. Just literally just grabbed a little bit more brake there to clear the nose there. Otherwise, that was sure as shit going to be a rotation there from someone.
Yeah, I totally agree. So yeah, nice, and it's just that skill set, J-Man. You can see it coming. All the space just gets squeezed up there. So here we go, down into a roost now. As the Porsche got the punch, a big Tokyo taxi with its big V8. Goes, makes a little error. Out of rattle on there, J-Man.
Yeah,
up the hill.
Probably be all it'll take. The overlap's already done. He'd be good on the brakes down here, Steve. Without question, still makes the apex.
Oh, an Ash.
We lost one. We lost one. Who did we lose? No.
No, we're good. We got 19.
No, we're good.
In
19.
Looking good, and a little under 40 minutes to run yet in this race. We're only 10 minutes in, guys. Wow.
Yeah. So, 10-minute recap. We have got Liam Curran out there in first position by the tune of 2.7 seconds over Shane Fodderdo, Jordan Moss, Nev Shields, Lee Perkins, Danny Kim, Steve Melling, Wally Baker, Zach Jensen, and Aaron Enright round out the 10. But as you can see out there, there's still plenty going on out there. Lots of good racing as they get through this first phase. And who is that I can see? That's Ash Dial and Phil Turner just trading there, still side by side. A little bit of paint exchange as they come down now to campus. I believe they are in that part of the racetrack. About to head down to Stavelot there. And, yeah.
So,
lots of feeling out there.
Yeah, lots of feeling out.
Oh, the bullet drop, wasn't it?
I think, yes, crazy stuff. Ash getting a lesson on how hard these guys push.
Oh, look at that. Who is, that's Steve Rees, right on the back of the Rothmans car. I reckon right now, Darren Green can taste the rainbow right on the bumper. Sorry.
No comment. I'm not even going to entertain that. Let's go. A couple of Porsches going into battle. Steve Rees at the wheel of the number 6 Apple computer Porsche going against the Rothmans. Down again here. We saw him rattle Ash through there. No such luck up against Greeny. Greeny's got this, or had it. Steve Rees got the inside overlap nicely. Greeny gets out of it as he can have it.
And look just a little further up the road.
Wally Baker. Yeah, Wally Baker back. Oh, yeah. Aaron Enright. Let's get out of Baker's car again. Actually, getting over the rear wing of Baker's car, actually, so far this race has been pretty damn entertaining. It's always been like a good train of cars. Or fighting it out. I don't know what that says, actually. But, and Wally Baker, up the game. Come on. In front of these boys a little bit more. But Aaron Enright has Zach Jensen to worry about. now.
Well, it says Matchfit, mate. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what
Oh,
better
yeah.
wing to watch from the backup?
Oh, totally. No argument. So, back on fire in the atmosphere, punching skyline. And something stupid. Amazing stuff. And yeah, so it's still a job for Zach Jensen. But yeah, if you guys get a little bit of less, I think Ash getting muscled out here and there. And death baptism by fire here at round 1. I don't think it's his first road, but man, these guys are playing for keeps. J-Man all the way through the field. Nev Shields holding a solid fourth position here in the feature race so far. Only about 15 minutes in, so still plenty of racing yet to go. That is Lee Perkins holding down. So he.
Well, we've got Steve Rees down the inside. Sorry, Kenny Simpson, turn 1, LaSource.
So Perkins started in 6th. So he's just only stuck up competition, so plenty of competition down there. It's just a quick replay, and you see some Rees stayed here. Rees, his Porsche gets off the corner so hard, and Kenny really had nothing for it. You can see the Porsche game all the way down the straight and slips out into the overlap, and it's 101 outbreaking into T1. Steve Rees at work. There. Where did I call him? 6th or 7th. So Rees now is in 12th. Okay, 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, to go. Liam Curran still leading the race in that beautiful purple looking Mercedes. That is a very nicely painted car, Jamie. I rate that one. That's up there. Love the colour. Good colour scheme. Purple, black with gold dripping. Very, very nice. Shane Potter in the Red Bull Lambo. And in plenty of air, as is Jordan Moss, as is Shieldsy here in the Aston Martin. So these guys, you know, there is a lot of space between them. Next car on that list is Lee Perkins after sneaking past Kim, and Kim is in tow and running hot as well.
Yeah, that's ebbed and flowed, that battle between himself and Lee Perkins. And it was about this mark now last week when we saw in the shakedown some guys opting just to go a little short of the halfway mark.
Yep.
So I'll keep my eye on that. What do we see? There we go. Zach Jensen opts to go in nice and early, and I think he did this at the shakedown, opted to go early, and I think Ken Simpson's gone with him as well.
Yep. Simo in as well. So first of the pit stop, like you called it, J-Man, a little bit early, but not enough to, and again, we've already talked about this throughout the broadcast about the tyre situation after the shakedown last week. In driver interviews, we did hear that some of the boys were struggling a little bit with the tyre, so it'll be interesting what they opt for here, J-Man.
Now,
Totally
Wilton
different track. Sorry.
Wilton had actually gone. He's already been in. Steve Wilton was in before all of them. 27 second stationary, so he opted for fuel only.
Yep.
And fuel only with an early stop. So we heard Liam Curran talking about that. Look, that run through pit lane at Valencia wasn't good. The heat cycle on that tyre didn't end up being that great for them. So I wonder what that means with a big heat cycle on one of the biggest pit lanes we're going to see on the calendar. Yep. So, yeah, as I mentioned, Farmer already in, and the counter is ticking for Zach Jensen and Ken Simpson at the moment. So we'll see what that looks like, and that'll mean a lot more a little bit later once the rest of the pack stop. But nonetheless, Daddy Kim still trying to get target fixation on the rear bumper of Lee Perkins at the moment. Just looking at some of the gaps at the moment, obviously Enright Baker still very, very close there. Obviously Enright has had the pressure taken off the rear splitter by way of Zach Jensen making that pit stop. Damien Jones still in the battle, but he is actually now in the battle with Steve Rees coming through. We talked about, I thought Steve Rees could get up to the top 10. You thought it was a lot further. I reckon you're better at this than I am, Davo, because I think he is on the way to better than 10th at this point.
Yeah, so easily gets it done on Jones there. Jones, I think he got out of that, just step aside and let fellow Port steer up past. Nice. So yeah, Rees now up into, where are we? He is in the top 10. There you go. So Enright in, Greeny's in, J-Man.
Oh, so that there, 35 seconds stop stationary. So that's a tyre. That is a tyre option.
Who was that for?
For Zach Jensen, and that's allowed Steve Wilton with the non-tyre strategy to get track position. I can tell you now, Kenny Simpson opted for a tyre as well.
Yep.
34 stationary. So there is around about 8 seconds difference in the overall stop for those guys to do that and put a tyre on.
Yeah, and we traditionally, when we see this, difference in strategy, you watch these guys that have got done tyres. You watch how hard they run to the finish line at the end of this race, J-Man. The pace will be hot.
Yeah. What is the gap?
Wally Baker now with Rees starting to grow ever bigger in the mirror of that McLaren.
Oh, who is that? Ash Dialoff, and that has allowed Uncle Joe to go through. That would be up at out of Lacombe.
Okay, so that car
out of 10-9.
Well damaged there. I'm not sure whether the boys have picked it up here. Maybe let's have a look. I thought Dial's car was already damaged. Oh, he's got a little bit deep under brakes there again. And yeah, a little bit of an off-track excursion, like you said, J-Man, allowing Joe Grimmer, Uncle Joe there, through, sneaking through. Good work from Joe, actually qualified really well, didn't he, as well? So, Joe has upped his game.
Yeah, Steve Rees starting a lot.
So nice work for Joe.
Line up Wally Baker now as Steve Rees. So
yeah, this is inevitable. Watch this. Oh, Baker's just out. Okay, it's nah. So Wally there, taking it in, getting that thing down to speed, very nice and early, no mucking around. Melleen in the Castrol 713 car, 6th now in front of Rees. I don't think Rees will catch Perkins. I think the boys up the front are just, I think he'll run out of time, but anything can happen. No disrespect to Steve-O, but I think he's got Steve-O's measure, J-Man. And there you can see them both in the same camera shot together there.
Yeah.
The Porsche not too far behind already.
Just a little bit of data in from pit lane as well. Aaron Enright opted for the tyre as well, and he's still in the fight with Zach Jensen, who also got a tyre. They are closing the gap now on Farmer, aka Steve Wilton. Now that is down to 2.2 seconds. So the longer this goes on, the worse Steve Wilton's tyre is going to get, and the more that will play into the likes of Zach Jensen, Aaron Enright. So look for those guys there to really just start coming on strong inside the next 8 or so minutes.
Yep.
Maybe 2 or 3 laps, and they'll be all over the back of the 43.
Look at the Daddy Kim car, J-Man. Get that thing on your monitor and look at that thing. Looks like it's been dropped from a plane.
Oh no, he was in a great fight chasing down Lee Perkins. And, man, he's struggling with that thing.
Yeah, so that car is well broken. I don't even think we've got a replay of this. We'll just pick it up. No, it's well damaged. I've gone back a minute there looking for something, but that car well damaged all around it. And yeah, why we got cameras on it, because I just wanted to see where the proximity was to Perko, because that was a good battle going on there. But,
Okay, Wharato in the lane. Sorry, mate. So that relinquishes second to Jordan Moss. Liam Curran still doing the business. 12.7 seconds in the Merc. This guy at the moment is completely untouchable. I do agree, Rhodes. I think Steve Reese is an alien behind the wheel, and he's going to make a good fist of it here tonight to climb his way up. And you could be very well right to see him go top 5. But lots of pit action as we basically are at that approaching that halfway point, aren't we, David?
we are right on it, J-Man. I think pretty much where we're at now.
Yeah, another minute and a half.
Another couple of minutes.
Roundabout.
Yep. So yeah, what are we? We were 50. So yeah, 50-minute race. So this is pretty much bang on a mid-race pit stop here for Shane Wharato as he rolls up to the pit box. Shieldsy covered him off. He followed him in. Shieldsy wasn't actually that far behind him. I think it was Moss that was in between those two. But
yeah,
Shields
Jensen now
looking solid, Jamie.
Yeah, he is looking solid, doing everything right at the moment. But Jensen threw on Walton already, and you can see he's towed along Aaron Enright and Wally Baker with him as well. So more importantly, though, the 95 Datto is through, and he will be looking towards
again in the same corner, Jamie.
Yeah. Oh, that's his wheelhouse right there, mate. He's all about that potato patch out there. But how's this? We have got, 6 cars in the lane currently. Obviously, 32 second stop. Oh, that could be with the tyre. That could be with the tyre. They talk about 25 for fuel plus 5 for tyres. Is that an efficient fuel and tyre stop? As we see in the background there, who is that coming out? Okay, no, that was just a little bit of action there. Enright just maybe getting in the mirror of Steve Wilton.
So Enright, yeah, just starting to apply the blowtorch a little bit, and I didn't call Wally Baker in the background at his nemesis corner at the bottom of the fullback. Off again. We've seen him live a few times. Where has Wally Baker gone there, actually, J-Man? He's disappeared. Oh, he's been off. Oh no. So we were just following that little battle there, and Baker, we were actually just talking. We gave him the commentator's curse, and the cameras weren't even on him. All the other boys popped out onto the out of the corner after Eau Rouge, but Baker, and here it is, and it's a biggie. It's the classic Eau Rouge. Oh, and that was, who was that in the Toyota that just snuck past him? Wow, that was close as well.
Yeah, and back to the live, he's just being pipped by Darren Green as well, and also Danny Kim has just gone through as well. So Baker just suffering a bit of damage, but geez, I couldn't think it's more damage than Danny Kim's car.
Kim's car has actually been through the pit lane, J-Man too. One of the cars that had already done their official pit stop. Did he do much repair? That car doesn't look like it. Baker looks like that car will need to come into the pits. There's no way that thing's going to last.
Yeah, speaking of pits, Melling, Perkins, Grimm all in the lane. So this is where it comes into play now. The likes of Wharato, I think Shields, Zach Jensen, that's the one I'm interested to see where he stacks up in that battle with Perkins and Melling and co. So obviously he'd cleared some of those other guys that he was battling with. See what this comes out like for him as he comes down right now to the final chicane. And where are these guys numbers wise? So Melling's 26 seconds into a potential 34-second stop based on whatever he's going to do. Lee Perkins went 32 seconds. Melling went 32. I'd love to know if these guys are taking a tyre. Someone copped a drive through. Car 858. Who is that? That is Lee Perkins. He has got
He just rolled out.
Of the stewards.
He just rolled out, J-Man. So he's either gone in hot or come out. And look where he came out too. Right on Shields there. He will be kicking himself. That was a massive gain from Perko. So clearly, just push the envelope. It's just reached too far. Like you said, it's caught the attention of the stewards.
Curran, Moss and Rees all in the lane. And how's that that Rees has driven himself all the way up to be in the pit lane at the same time as the leaders. He's actually got a visual on the back of Jordan
That
Moss.
is Jordan Moss's car, that's right, J-Man. Amazing job. Fronted, although has already pitted, but is still down, I think still in the middle sector of the track. Although Rees has not even got to his pit box yet, so watch that space. So yeah, amazing effort, J-Man. I think I called at least as low as 6 or 7, but man, he could eclipse that. And clearly, obviously, Lee Perkins with the drive-through. Well, he's easily going to get Lee Perkins. So that was 5th position.
We
So
might have a quick shout out here, just very, very quickly to Shane Fotterdo. I won't actually talk to him until he's cleared the chicane, but hopefully we've got him in the box. Shane, you got us on comms?
Yeah, bro.
Won't hold you up too much here, mate, because I know you're busy at the wheel and this is a critical part of the race. Did you take a tyre or was that just a fuel only?
Yeah, mate, took a tyre.
Oh, that is a super efficient stop. 32 stationary, that's fuel and tyre. Well done, mate. Go get him.
go get him, mate.
See where Jordan pops out.
Yeah, Curran just out of the pit lane now, up on the
Talk to you in a
straightaway.
bit, Shadow.
Awesome, good work, Shane Fotterdo, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, awesome work. Jordan Moss out of the pit lane. I think that is Fotterdo in front of him.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's picked up where he left off, but with a
The
tyre,
gap
J-Man. So did Mossy do a tyre stop there? No.
Moss fuel only. So, you know,
Yeah,
albeit he bought himself
man.
some track position or some margin, I can tell you now that I think Nev Shields has taken a tyre. He is a fair run back, but Rees with a 32-second stop, I reckon he's taken a tyre as well. In the interim, he's got Steve Melling as well in that pit exchange with Melling matching the time, but Rees was already there, so...
Wow. There's some solid pit stops in there. Those Fotterdos particularly, J-Man, put a tyre on him. That's such quick time. That'll make him dominant for the next 20-odd minutes here.
So what is the gap? Okay, Steve Rees to Nev Shields, 4.4. We know that Rees race pace will give you an indication. So, okay, so his best lap is a 2:17.6 versus Nev Shields 2:18.8. So watch that space. That 4.4 seconds will diminish pretty quickly. 9.1 seconds the lead of the race is Liam Curran over Shane Fotterdo. Another 2.6 seconds back now to Jordan Moss. So, and expect that tyre to start working wonders for Fotterdo over Moss, and then Shields and Rees also with the tyre advantage by the looks of things.
Wow. What? This is going to be such a epic race, J-Man. Steve Melling actually holding his own there in 6th position at the moment, actually. Not too far off Rees.
Yeah, well, he needs to press on because Zach Jensen in the 95 Dado.
He's coming. He's coming, isn't he?
Been going strong all night long. He is up 4 spots, but nobody has matched the 14 spot gain that Steve Rees has had to do. And at this point, if that was as far as he got, which I don't think it is, it's a very impressive drive. Obviously, 9 spots up for Damien Jones. And he has made his pit stop as well. So he has just quietly achieved all race long. So he is the best of the rest when we compare the positions gained. We look at that. Obviously, big losers is Lee Perkins having that drive-through penalty. Pit lane infringement down 9 spots. Wally Baker just struggling with the car, down 10 spots. Currently in the lane, just dropped off the jacks for a 47 second stop. So that is well north of the number he should have been looking at. So lots of learnings at round 1 here at Spa.
Oh yes, and Spa just been doing Spa things. It really does. Look, even when the cars aren't actually racing close together, there is so much going on, you know. So always just a little. And look at his strategy play here. Crazy stuff. I just noticed that Steve's car has a rainbow Matchfit logo on it, Jamie.
And I saw it leading into tonight, and look, a lot of creativity gone into there. So, lot of points for effort on that car, and look,
Absolutely.
he's gone all out. And look, we appreciate the support sponsorship wise
course
as
we do.
well,
Of course we
and the
do.
creativity as well.
Yeah, very nice stuff. Okay, recap. Where are we at the moment? We're nearly down to 15 minutes to go. Liam Curran leading the race, just smashing that beautiful Merc through that final complex of corners and running across the finish line there.
Yep.
After how many freaking laps, J-Man?
14 laps.
Shit ton, that's right. James Bonato, not that far behind, across in the Red Bull by Jordan Moss. You can see in the background, there he is in the 777 car. Nev Shields on his way up the hill to that same said corner with Steve Rees in tow. Calling this with the Rees comeback here for round one after obviously some technical issues in the formation lap. Back to the back of the pack and on fire.
Oh, Farmer drive-through.
Farmer drive-through now. So that will be track infringements, no doubt, J-Man. I think actually old Stewie was asking about infringements and whether we can see what the count is. I don't think we get that data, do we, J-Man? On
No.
where these guys stand on it, but there is a few corners, namely Rouge, straight away, which you can get a cut on, even if you're not trying to, because the car can get a little bit sketchy, and you can find yourself out there when you get a cut track very, very easily. And then there is actually a couple of other places on the track, very easily done. These guys will be trying to monitor and mitigate all of that situation there. Eyes on the 713 Castrol car of Steve Melling at the moment, holding down 6th position and doing a stellar job with Zach Jensen in the atmosphere punching skyline.
Yeah, hey, look, a few critical battles coming on with just under 15 minutes to go, and I guess the first one will be the Steve Rees honing down to that second margin. He's closing on with Nev Shields, and that's an important one. Jake McKellar as well on the comeback, on the fight back. We obviously saw him drop down a big part of the field early on in this race due to an incident. Now he's right on the back of Damien Jones, and also not too long ago I was watching a battle with who was it? It was Uncle Joe and Ashdale. So Ashdale through on Uncle Joe, and we see the 43 car clear its stop go penalty, or its drive through, sorry. Oh no, apologies. He cleared the drive through and grabbed the stop go 30. And,
No.
He loves the camera time. Part of the Matchfit family is Farmer, and look, just wanted his little piece. So there you go, Farmer.
Okay, here we go. Let's get it. There you go. In the 43 McLaren there, J-Man. And a modern take. It's the total sponsored car, not the Castrol car, the sister car of Steve Melling's.
Yeah, and look, I think a wing shot from the back of Nev Shields' car is probably about ready to cue, because
because he's coming in. Oh God, there he is. Look at that, and look at their ugly mugs plastered haphazardly around the back of the car as well. Look at that, just like peeking in there like weirdo through the back window.
oh dear.
But a bit of a we're live over the rear wing and Nev Shields car there, and you saw Reed. You can tell he's pushing a little bit snaggy on the exit there, and keeps it pointed in the right direction. I'm sure that Porsche's a handful at the rate that he's pushing it at. But he's got a lot of work on his hands here, J-Man. He needs to drive like John McDonald right now.
Yeah, really stingy.
Just take up the middle of the track everywhere. To hold Steve out. But Steve is on the march, J-Man. That will put him in 4th position.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, yes, you are hearing this right. Crazy, but
here
true.
we go.
Here
we
it is.
go. Had a good look.
Oh, he did have a good look. It looked like the Aston didn't tip in very nicely. Was just out for a lot of that turn in, that first half of that corner there. Not the place to do it. Was able to, there just wasn't enough overlap there, was it? Reese just getting out of the throttle there a little bit. And here we go. This is Lucky Stokes about it. Our official mascot here. He's just going, go Steve Rees. Or he's going, go Neville Shields, I think he was actually saying. Go Shieldsy. Well, let's get over the rear wing of this thing. This unfold here any moment. Couple of really big stops here at the end and the beginning of the end of this one and the beginning of the next lap here. Watch this Porsche punch out of this corner here. Shieldsy, nice work. Gets the Aston power down to the ground. Good fight, J-Man.
Yeah, the ABS chirping into the source that time to Nev Shields, but he did a beautiful job in and out, gave nothing, no opportunities for Steve Rees to have a look there. And Rees will just work away there, and he probably is already aware that there's about 20 seconds up the road with only 11 minutes to run, and this will probably be the last battle he sees out on track, barring some sort of disaster. It's Mossy doing a good job hanging on to this tyre.
Just watching Shieldsy just do the John McDonald line into the braking area there. Very nicely. Speaks to the John McDonald's, the JB Defensive Driving School, and Path with Flying Colours. Gets that Porsche behind him.
Stick with it, David. But I can tell you that a little bit further back, Damien Jones, Jake McCullough, Aaron Enright are all trading within 0.3 of each other at the moment. So that is a great battle for the top 8th, 9th and 10th at the moment. Stop go cleared for the 43 car of Steve Wilton. But look, Rees, he's starting to work something out here. He's right on the wing, already looking, showing the nose.
Slowly nibbling the back of that Aston Martin.
Look, Nev's doing a great job.
He's doing a stunning job. He absolutely is, J-Man, no doubt. Let's just get out of the office here. Steve Rees as a passenger, out wide there a little bit. Affects his run. Plenty of punch from the Aston here. Carving a hole through the air, up the hill. This corner. Full commitment. And the Aston easily is able to drag itself up there, punching a hole in the air. And Rees not quite close enough to tag on the back of it. So Shieldsy, like you mentioned, J-Man, really is doing a stellar job here. He's got to stay focused here. The slightest of mistakes, just an inch, a millimetre of track given, and Rees will be in there.
Look, we talked about Steve Rees's personal best time for the race being a 17.3 and Nev Shields an 18.8. Well, last lap round was a 19.1 for Steve Rees, obviously by way of, sitting in the I guess in the pocket, not being able to capitalise on his outright pace. But at Nev Shields, 18.9. Given that his best lap is an 18.8, he's a 10th away with 8.5 minutes to run from his personal best. So he is driving this thing at 10 tenths, and you can just see Rees now looking inside outside on Shieldsy, trying to work out, unlock this puzzle here and see where he can do. He's going to have a look down the inside here, and straight away Shields covers, goes to the inside, says no, not this time, son.
Okay, so out of these two, neither of these guys took tyres either, did they, in their pit stops?
They both took tyres, yes.
They both took tyres, okay. So we're in a good position to have this battle.
So by my calculation, the guy that didn't take a tyre was Jordan Moss, and look, he's doing a fantastic job with it. And last lap round for Mossy, a 19.5 versus Shieldsy's 18.9, but still got the better part of 18.5 seconds. So well managed. Maybe done that based on track position at the time, the margin at the pit stop, and looking to come away with a little bit more silverware is Jordan Moss But Liam Curran, 14.5 seconds over Shane Bonado, another 11 seconds back to Jordan Moss, and then we see this battle here. Shieldsy, Steve Rees.
Look at Rees this time. Nails the exit. He's got over J-Man. They're heading up the hill. On.
The Heston
the
got
outside.
the straight line punch.
Oh, man. This corner, full commitment. Rees really wide. Shields up on the inside ripple. Under brakes. Rees is really taken. Oh,
And there it goes. Pinch the rear.
It's not over yet. There it was. Oh, the pressure. Oh, no. We gotta watch that again. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is from the bottom of the hill. Rees had the run. Gets the Porsche out wide. Couple of really fast left-handers here. Had to sneak it back in here. Little wriggle there. With Shieldsy having to cover. And here it is.
Nice work.
So
Good battling from those.
Rees took the outside line, and Shieldsy just couldn't get across. All of a sudden he finds himself, he's got to get on the picks, pinches the rears. There you go. What a pass. What a pass.
Well, another worthy battle, Davo, is certainly the Damien Jones, Jake McKellar, Aaron Enright battle. It is on.
Is that Wally Baker in the background? Who's that? He must be out of position.
He's out of position, yeah.
There you go. And Jonesy's car too. It looks like it been in the sand as well. But yeah, look at that lot. Going hard. And there's some dodging and weaving going on in the background there from the Texaco car. Can he stop that thing?
Yeah, hey, look, the other one as well, with only 5.5 minutes to go. Can Zach Jensen get to Steve Melling? It's a 1.4 second margin, and chipping away a 19.0 plays a 19.1 last lap round, so not a lot on the lap time.
Wow, what a race. We sort of saw it coming as the pit stop started to unfold, and we were able to decipher who had stopped for tyres and who hadn't. We knew this was going to wrap up towards the end. Nice work from...
Oh, here we go. Is this the move? McKellar goes to the outside. Can Damien Jones fight it?
Oh, how close was that?
There you go. Gets the move done. He has been working on that for quite some time. And it's not going to get easier because we do have Aaron Enright lined up next in the Mustang.
Yeah.
You can see Wally Baker and Ash Dial in back of shot. They are out of position. However, those two there, 17th and 18th, they are running for position as Baker and Dial.
Yes, that's right. Wow. That's amazing. What a great closing stage of the race. Like you said, only a very short time to go. A little over 4 minutes. Enright starting to put pressure on Jones. Just saw McKellar sneak past. On the outside, mind you, J-Man. He'd been working. He closed it up on the outside. So nice work from McKellar on that path.
Yeah, and I don't reckon that Damien Jones is going to think that's done either. I still think he'll be eyes forward as opposed to eyes behind at the moment. Stewie mentioned earlier, Davo, in the broadcast about track cuts, driver infringements on track limits, and look, that'll start coming into play now. So we saw it late in the piece at Valencia. They started rolling in. We've seen. Oh, look at this!
That's
Aaron
so
Enright.
So he tagged him.
Yeah, he was already sideways, so I don't reckon that was at all Aaron Enright's fault. I think Damien Jones will put his hand up and say, hey, look.
Oh, he wasn't a bit loose there, J-Man. You're right. Just slowed the Porsche up in the process, and just the slightest of tags. And he kept it off the wall, but not on track. So tough gig.
Still 1.4 Davo off the back of Melling. That's going nowhere. Those guys are just mirroring each other's times. Melling 19.1, Jensen 18.9. So
time running out.
Time's running out. Where is the leader? Liam Curran. He has just started another lap 20. And looking at the timer, he will do this one and one more. So 2 laps to go.
cockpit of Wally Baker's car through his nemesis corner there. He actually nailed it. Very nice work, Wally.
Better late than never.
Well, true that. But he's actually tagged on to the back of Enright, and you called this actually a little bit earlier. Himself and Dial are actually out of position to the battle that's going on in front of them, but Baker still quick nonetheless. So just tagged off to the back of the Texaco car. Jack McKellar intense it is Jones, so he's holding down the top 10 in what looks like to be a little bit of a damage on that Porsche. The bonnet is a shaking, the bumper bar is a scratched, but holding down 10th position, the second of the first positions in the race. If you come in the top 10, you're a winner. You're a winner. Go to Tamo. Aaron Enright in 9th, Jake McKellar in 8th. Now, one of the Tokyo taxis. Zach Jensen in the Dado.
Yeah. Drive through for track limits. Who was that? Ash Dale. So it takes him out of the fight there that he was having with Wally Baker, because he is going to have to make a transit through the lane.
50 seconds to go, Jay. As Liam rolls across the line to kick another lap over. Some boys will be just going, why?
Hey, that said though, looking at the numbers, you know, pick on someone like Steve Melling sitting P6, personal best of a 19.1. Last that round ran a 19.3. We talked about Nev Shields, you know, it wasn't so long ago, personal best of an 18.8 and ran an 18.9. Unfortunately, last lap round was a 20, but Steve Rees, personal best of it, 217.340. Last lap round, 217.367. So I know that some of these guys have taken option tyre. Mossy's about a second off of his best pace by way of not taking a tyre in that race, but I feel like he played the strategy really, really well. Opted for a shorter stop by the tune of around about 5 seconds on his competitors. Opted for the track space. Knew that he had margin, still got around 15 seconds over Steve Rees. So Rees has pulled that down a little bit, but just not enough.
Stunning job. Wow. Still at work. So exciting end to the race. It has leveled out a little bit now, but as we are calling it, there into the final stages here. The clock has gone 0, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is the last lap. Cameras on Liam Curran and what a stellar display it is tonight. We knew that work was quick after watching the shakedown last week, but oh my, has he put his stamp on this championship already with back-to-back wins there.
Hey, last lap of the race, what is going on? Steve Melling, 1.3 seconds behind Nev Shields. The Shieldsy, he ran a 2:21. Has he run into some issues here? Because it's
Quite possibly.
Closing up really, really closely. Melling has pulled away. Actually, I'll tell you what it is. Melling run an 18.8. It was a cut lap, but he obviously had something in the bag.
As we congratulate Liam Cohen rolling across the line, J-Man, for the feature race. With Shane Foddado actually not too far behind, just rolling out here, out of the final corner in the Red Bull Lamborghini. So stellar work both from Liam and Shane. Jordan Moss keeping his nose clean and run the whole 50 minutes on one set of rubber. Very nice work in the 777 car. Jordan Moss. Standout, without a doubt, is Steve Rees in the Apple Computer car. Porsche there, the number 6. Amazing from the back of the grid. Stuck that in there. From the back of the grid, headlights are flashing. To 4th position. Shieldsy. Steve Belling, you were just calling J-Man in 5th and 6th respectively. That is Zach Jensen in the big bad Dado. in 7th position. Jake McKellar coming through the final complex here in the first of the Tokyo taxis. Oh, Stella, Jake McKellar. I will never say that again. Sorry, Jake.
Oh, it must be getting away.
Aaron Enright in the Texaco car. Again, like last race. Looks like it's been dropped from a plane. Not looking good. Aaron Enright in 9th. And Dave taking out the top 10. Look, Daddy Kim too. His car's not much better than that bloody Texaco Mustang J-Man. It looks like it's been flipped on its lid. So, lucky to even get that. Drag that thing across the line in 11th position. Lee Perkins, unlucky race, J-Man. With a pit infringement, we suspect, in 12th position.
Yep.
Greeny in the best looking car out on track with Rothman's Porsche. Nice work in 3rd. Phil Turner. Kenny Simpson. Joe Grimmer. Steve Wilton, Wally Baker, and Ash Dial. What a cracking race, my friend. We got to drag some people up into the comms box here and have a quick chat.
Yep, so first cab off the rank with a great strategy call in the feature. Pretty impressive first race as well. Jordan Moss, welcome to round 1 and the hot box too, none other. Mate, how you feeling after that one? You got to be pumped.
Yeah, not a bad result in the end. A bit of bad luck by the other guys that probably gave it to me, but yeah, pretty happy with that result.
Now, from what I saw there, 27-second stops in the feature race, opted for the just fuel only, Geordie?
Yeah, probably regret it. I'd killed my tyres, and all of a sudden I dropped probably 2 seconds a lap after that. So I probably should have opted for tyres, I think, but yeah, you can't win them all.
Hey, look, on race reflection, though, you know, like obviously I thought it was maybe strategic the way that you did it, doing that, you know, buying yourself effectively 5 seconds in the lane on your competitors. And I think Steve Reeves was coming through and even at the end still had 14-something plus seconds. So some could argue that it was absolutely the right call to get yourself on the podium. However, sounds a little bit like maybe you thought you had something for Shane Fotterdo there as well, Geordie.
Oh, no, I definitely didn't have it for Shane. I think both him and Goosey had the outright speed on me. And if Steve was anywhere any closer from the start, didn't start from the pit, I think he would have well and truly pit me. But yeah, I'll take the place.
Yeah, 100%. And look, the dig on that one versus yourself versus the rest of the field, it looked to be late in the piece there. There was about a lap fall off on the dig, and I know it probably felt like a lot more, but statistically, that's what it looked like. The guys around you were basically around about 0.3 of a second off what their personal best is, having taken some rubber. So that's possibly what the difference is on that one, Geordie. I think the tyre was probably always going to get put through its paces around Spa. We know how demanding the circuit is. You're always up on the wheel. You know, you're pretty much in a corner a good portion of the time through, especially through Sector 2, Sector 3. So, look, mate, another fantastic performance. You've carried the form out of the shakedown into this one, and it bodes well, mate, for a great series. We saw some fantastic racing out there tonight. Classic Asrnz GT3 racing.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah, no, I probably had the wrong setup for the track, to be honest, and I made the wrong call. I think too soft to set up, scrub the tyres, and yeah, probably should have taken that set. But yep, onwards and upwards to next week.
Absolutely.
Good work, mate. Well done, Jordan Moss, coming in from P3 in the feature. Well done, buddy. We'll no doubt be talking to you again soon.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, mate. All right, so there you go. And then we have the man, cometh the man, Slambo, rocking the Lambo in the Red Bull livery. Shano, you got us on comms?
Hey guys. Oh, sorry I couldn't really hear you during the race. I was had the V10 turned right up. So I was just
I don't know. You answered the question correctly, so it wasn't too bad.
Look, fantastic race out there. Obviously went for the tyre strategy. Mossy went the other way, opted for not. And look, no real threats there for you in second position. Just ran it in. But yeah, all in all, good results here tonight. And the Lambo looks good and feels good at the hands, mate.
yeah. made a bit of an error with tyre pressures in the first race. Fixed it for the second one. But you know what my driving's like. I'm just too hard on the tyres. So I just had to try and get that gap out to more than 5. And then I was always going to take tyres. But started catching traffic on my in-laps. I was like, oh, this has got to be the lap. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was the right call because, I mean, I was looking at Jordan's times at the end and it was way, like massive drop off. So it was definitely
Yeah,
a fast way around tonight.
Yeah, I did quote to him, so he's a second away from his personal best at the end. So I might have picked him up on a good lap, but looked like the deg was about a second for him versus about 0.3 for you boys having a tyre change. And that might have been just fatigue or track conditions or something just going away, or maybe outgoing tyre pressures. Not the same as set 1, but hey, nonetheless, fantastic racing out there tonight. Really, really accurate from the front boys. Just smashing those numbers was really, really impressive. Once again, another stellar job, mate, and a great way to start the series.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, Liam's pretty quick, eh? We need old Mad Mav back to keep him honest. I see a few dropouts tonight too, eh? I don't know if you saw that. Need to start hanging some coat hangers, I think.
Yeah. Turn the microwave on, mate. We'll sort it out. Yeah, for sure. Where is that guy? But no, hey, awesome stuff, Shano. Any shout outs, mate? You want to just give a shout out to your mum or some sponsors or something, mate? What's going on in Shano's wheel, mate? Who got you here and who do you
Shout out to the Giga boys. Yeah.
Yep.
Our fam was running late from work, so they couldn't make it tonight, but I'm sure he would have been up there too. And yeah, unlucky for Steve. It was a rough disconnecting on the warm-up lap, but yeah, he came back through pretty good.
He did.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Well said. Cheers, Shano. Thanks for the chat, mate, and thank you for the entertainment as well, buddy. Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
So there you go. And Mr. Goose, Liam Curran, he was just racing to get to next week's round, I think. Liam, mate, you got us on comms?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Mate, another stellar performance. You had more, maybe a little bit more competition in the shakedown, but that one, you got that thing all tuned up for this one. There was, without question, no doubt in that one. It looked like everything went to plan from your end.
Yeah, I think I did a bit more practice than I'm willing to admit. That's for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, nah, just got the car hooked up. It's always the thing with this thing with the Merc. It just if you don't have the confidence with it, it'll bite you.
Yeah.
Now, we're looking closely at the moment. Obviously, at the start of the series, we're looking closely. We saw Shano in race 1 do a 26 stationary for the fuel. So obviously that's getting real close to that 25-second minimum dump. But you boys tonight, 32 seconds for fuel and tyres, because I believe you took tyres in that second one.
Yeah, both of us did.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, mate. What do you reckon? What's the call? Is there anything left in that? Is there a 30 or a 31 in that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I feel like when I kind of came into my stop, I just didn't really line it up as well as I wanted to, and just didn't hit the stop or the starter early enough either. I'm sure it could be refined down.
Okay. Yeah, well, look, we didn't see any errors once again from yourself. The car just looks super fast everywhere tonight. You know, I know personally, I think Davo's had a driver thing myself for previous, seasons, and not the easiest car to set up at times to get it to work. But man, you had that thing working, and I mean, the data's gone away from me now, and I'm not sure if you can re-quote it, Liam. But I think the best was around about a 16.7 in the race, and I think you finished out with a 17 flat.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 16.7 sounds about right.
So, obviously just super consistent laps we saw tonight, and I was quoting them up and down the field, and we were picking on Jordan Moss's no tyre change a little bit. Looked like the deg was around about a second for him towards the later part of the race. Could have been more on certain laps, but it looked to be a second. But the rest of you boys were within 2 to 3 tenths of your optimum. So super accurate on such a big lap, 7 kilometres odd. It's very impressive from you boys, and it's going to bode well for a great series. And no better way to bank the start with a P1, mate, like that. Maximum points on offer tonight for yourself, and Yeah, well done.
Thanks, guys.
All right, mate.
It's
And hey,
been a
look,
bit-
cheers for having the chat. Anyone you want to give a shout out to? Sponsors, family, friends, anyone, mate? I'm sure you got support out there and people that have helped you get there.
I'm sure Charlie's still watching the stream. He's my
For sure.
teammate. I'm sure he's been in your chat annoying you guys for the whole
Well,
stream.
that's good.
We love it, mate. We love it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's always been a good supporter. He's always been a good supporter.
Yeah.
And
Good stuff.
we're heading to Alton Park this weekend for a race with Tracky U. So hopefully all goes
Okay.
well there. But yeah.
Oh,
Oh, good luck
best
with
of luck
that,
with
yeah.
that one, mate. And look, no doubt get an opportunity, I'm sure, next week to ask you how that all went. And but yeah, fantastic stuff there, Liam Curran. Mr. Goose takes the top spot once again. Cheers for the chat, mate.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, matey. All right, there you go, Davo. That is a wrap on round one here, Asrnz's World Challenge 2026 GT3 series. What a ripper first round.
Yes. Absolutely. Nearly 20 cars on track. We're at Spa, so that's just great news. And what a finish to that race. Obviously, watching and monitoring Steve Rees just slowly chewing his way through that pack throughout that 50 minutes was impressive to watch. J-Man, very good start to the series, and yeah, awesome. Looking forward to next week. Let's bring up the calendar, actually. Just talking about next week. It is Nürburgring, which is always awesome as well. That always provides some hectic moments through the first sector and some brave moves throughout the lap. So yeah, looking forward to that one. J-Man for round two, staying in Germany there. So or whatever it is, Germany.
One of my favourites,
One
mate.
over there.
Absolutely.
Anyway, awesome.
You still there, mate? We might have just lost your mic for a
Oh,
millisecond.
did I lose my mic? Oh, damn this thing. Dang, I'll have to whack it a couple more times. Yeah, so look forward to seeing you all next week for Asrnz's 2026 World Challenge, GT3 World Challenge. Awesome stuff. J-Man at Nürburgring next week. Thank you. Who are we thanking? Oh, us. Matchfit Entertainment, broadcasting to you live. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done already. And Race Command and GAMAFLARE and, you know, your mum. Say hello to your mum for me. Anyway, see you next week.
You're dodgy.
Oh dear. Bye for now.